A tank holds a solution that is 10% herbicide. Another tank holds a solution that is 50% herbicide. If a farmer wants to mix the two solutions together to get 200 gallons of a solution that is 25% herbicide, how many gallons of each solution should be mixed? The best way to find your equations is to create a table. Draw 3 lines across and 3 lines down. Across the top row goes your percents, your amount or your gallons, and then the total. Down the side, the left side, is where you enter what you have. We have a 10% herbicide, and we have a 50% herbicide, and the last square again is a total. Now our percents we must list as decimals. Our 10% herbicide, we know the percent is 0.10. 50% herbicide is 0.50. We don't know the amount of our herbicides. We don't know how many gallons of each. So we're going to call one the 10% X and the 50% Y. Now our total for the 10% herbicide, we multiply going across, and that gives us our total. So 10% or 0.10 times X is 0.10X. 0.50 times Y is 0.50Y. Now our total amount from the problem said that we want 200 gallons. And we want that 200 gallons to be 25% herbicide. So our total is 0.25 times 200. Now here are our two equations. We have X plus Y equals 200. We always add coming down the columns. And we have 0.10x plus 0.50y equals 0.25 times 200. Those are our two equations. We can use the addition method to solve for x and y. Now notice we have decimals in our equation. If we don't like working with decimals, we can get rid of those by multiplying by 100. But first let's multiply out this 0.25 times 200. And that will give us 0.10x plus 0.50y equals 50. Our first equation did not change. Now here, if you don't like working with the decimals, we could multiply this entire equation by 100, and that will get rid of the decimals, but make sure you multiply all three terms, both sides of the equal sign. And that will give us 10x plus 50y equals 5,000. Again, the first equation did not change. Now we can add these together. To add these together, we need to cancel out either x or y. But to do that, I need to change either x or y. I'm going to cancel out x and solve for y. So I'm going to need to multiply the entire first equation by -10 so that our x's are exact opposites and will cancel. And that will give me -10x minus 5,500 minus 500y. Well, I better move down here. That will give me negative 10x minus 10y equals negative 2,000. The second equation does not change at all. 10x plus 50y equals 5,000. Now I can add them together and my x's will cancel out. Negative 10y plus 50y is 40y. Negative 2,000 plus 5,000 is 3,000. Now divide both sides by 40 to get y by itself. And y equals 75. 3,000 divided by 40 is 75. Now that I know what y is, I can plug that back into either one of my first equations and solve for x. And I am going to use the original first equation because it has smaller terms in it. X plus y equals 200. Replace the y with 75 and solve for x. Subtract 75 from both sides of the equal sign, and that gives us x equals 125. So we now know that x is 125 gallons of the 10% herbicide, and y equals 75 gallons of the 50% herbicide. And when mixed together will give us the 25% herbicide of 200 gallons.